These are just a few of the superpowers you can unlock simply through the act of quieting your mind. I'm talking about being able to tap into inner reserves of creativity, productivity, and purpose that you never knew you had. About being able to finally put an end to the endless mental chatter and find some peace. Now, you've likely tried to rein in your racing thoughts before and found it near impossible. But what if I told you there are proven techniques to calm the clamor in your mind? Ancient practices that date back centuries but are still so relevant today. In this video, we'll explore the forgotten wisdom around training your mind to be still. I'll share how daily habits of focus and presence can help clear away the clutter and allow you to connect with deeper parts of yourself. We'll also discuss how a quiet mind allows you to view life from a broader perspective, improve your decision-making, and enhance your relationships. How you can reduce stress, anxiety, and general overwhelm by simply creating space from your own repetitive thinking patterns. If you're ready to experience more inner peace, tap into new levels of joy and creativity, and finally take control of your monkey mind, stick around. The power of a quiet mind awaits you. Number 1. Improved focus and concentration. Silencing the endless chatter of the mind opens the door to greater focus, presence, and inner peace. This is the transformative power of a quiet mind. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, our minds are constantly buzzing with distractions, whether it's rehashing the past, worrying about the future, or simply overthinking everything. This mental noise keeps us trapped on the surface, unable to dive deep into the present moment. By regularly quieting your mind through practices like meditation, journaling, long walks, or spending time in nature, you short-circuit the tendency to endlessly ruminate. You become immersed in the flow of life happening right now. With a peaceful mind, you can direct laser-like attention to your work, your relationships, your personal growth. No mental energy is wasted on what could have been or what might be. You tap into a reservoir of inner calm to handle challenges skillfully. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca stated, "It's not that we have so little time, but that we waste so much of it." A serene mind stops squandering the gift of the present. You invest each moment wisely. Number 2. Better listening. When your mind is calm and focused, you develop the patience and presence to deeply listen to others. Rather than being distracted by internal noise or anticipation of responding, you offer your full attention. This allows you to pick up on subtle cues, tone, body language, what's left unsaid. You grasp the essence of what someone is conveying without interpreting it through your own biases. You hear people in their totality, their fears and dreams, their struggles and triumphs. Quieting your inner voice makes space to understand different perspectives. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius put it, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. Things can't shape our decisions by themselves." With a serene mind, you respond thoughtfully rather than reacting. Developing your listening abilities through a calm presence fosters stronger connections and diffuses conflicts. You approach each conversation with patience, empathy, and insight. This is the gift of a quiet mind. Number 3. Inner peace and contentment. When you regularly calm the endless noise of your mind, your entire energy shifts. You move out of a state of anxiety, agitation, and mental spinning into profound stillness. This inner tranquility is unlike anything the external world can offer. Struggles may persist outwardly, but you abide in deep equanimity as the storms of life pass through. By training your mind to be present, you unlock this oasis of peace within. Rather than looking for fulfillment in status, approval, or sensory pleasures, you are complete in each moment. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus stated, "Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them." A quiet mind sees life clearly, without exaggerating problems or catastrophizing. When your mind is open, relaxed and grounded, you feel in harmony with the universe. You cultivate natural contentment from the inside out. This allows you to endure adversity and savor blessings with equal grace. Inner peace is not circumstantial. It arises when we calm the mental turbulence that causes suffering. A serene mind is the key to a serene life. Number 4, solutions flow more easily. Your mind is buzzing with constant thinking and distraction. It becomes difficult to access your deeper wisdom. Problems feel knotted up by all the mental chatter. But when you instill quietude and space in your consciousness, solutions seem to arise effortlessly. Fixations loosen, knots untie naturally, and you gain clearer perspective on situations. Calming your mind allows the genius of your subconscious to whisper, whether it's a creative epiphany, an answer to a long-standing dilemma, or simply knowing the right path forward. As Galileo stated, we cannot teach people anything, we can only help them discover it within themselves. A peaceful mind allows you to access your inner guidance, creativity, and brilliance. Regularly meditating or going for walks in nature are powerful ways to settle your mind so insights can surface. The tranquility you cultivate creates space for your unique genius to unfold. You have all the wisdom you need within you. A quiet mind removes the blocks so you can hear the solutions your soul is stirring. Number 5, enhanced creativity. When your mind is constantly churning and overthinking, it blocks creative flow. New ideas and innovations require mental spaciousness to emerge. By regularly quieting your mind, you foster an inner stillness. In this serene space, your imagination catches spark and your ingenuity awakens. Without the inner noise, you develop a beginner's mind open to new solutions and possibilities. You gain fluidity to follow creative threads without judgment. Calm presence also allows unexpected connections between disparate ideas. When your mind isn't fixated on linear thinking, you see patterns and interrelationships that were previously hidden. As Albert Einstein said, creativity is the residue of time wasted. By untethering from busyness and quieting your mind, visionary ideas are born. Practices like meditation, stream of consciousness journaling, and spending time in nature help calm inner turbulence. From this tranquil space, your creative juices can flow unconstrained. A peaceful mind removes creative blocks so your gifts can shine. Quiet the noise and welcome the muse. Number 6, increased present moment awareness. Our minds naturally get caught up in ruminating about the past or anxiously thinking about the future. This mental time travel pulls us out of the present, causing us to miss the beauty and opportunities of right now. By instilling a sense of quietude and space, you interrupt the tendency to fixate on what was or what could be. Your awareness becomes rooted in the flow of each moment. When your mind is tranquil, you fully taste each bite of food, feel the warmth of the sun, appreciate smiles from strangers. Life becomes vivid rather than foggy. As Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius stated, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." A serene mind awakens us to awe. Staying grounded in the present also helps us respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. We have clarity of perspective and can make choices aligned with our values. Regular meditation develops the muscle of present moment awareness. By calming mental restlessness, we inhabit the fullness of now rather than getting hijacked by the past or future. A quiet mind keeps us anchored in the endlessly unfolding beauty of the present. There is no time but this time. Number 7, clear intuition and wisdom. This simple act of noticing when your mind has drifted into distraction and softly escorting it back to the here and now trains your ability to concentrate. It builds the muscle of attention, the key to a quieter mind. Each time you catch your mind wandering and you consciously return to the experience of the present, you strengthen your focus a little more. Like training a puppy not to stray by patiently leading it back again and again, you teach your mind that the present is where you want it to stay. With consistent practice, you'll notice you catch your mental tangents earlier and course correct more quickly. You'll realize just how frequently your mind tries to pull you out of the moment into rumination about the past or daydreams of the future. But each time you gently return to the now, you reinforce your attentional control. This process of noticing distraction and returning attention to immediate experience is the heart of mindfulness meditation. It clears the clutter of the mind and creates space for inner wisdom, insight, and intuition to arise organically. So remember that no matter how often your mind wanders from the moment, you simply bring it back. Return it with patience and gentleness, not frustration. This returning is the real meditative practice. It builds the foundation for a calm, clear, focused mind. Number 8. Reduced stress and anxiety. There is room to observe them without attachment before letting them go. This allows you to break free from recursive loops of rumination, worry, and other unproductive thinking. With a quieter, more spacious mind, you do not get so easily caught up in anxious thought spirals about the future or regrets over the past. You can watch these arise, recognize their futility, and return to the stability of the present moment. Overthinking and mental repetition drain your energies and contribute greatly to stress. But the habit of returning your attention again and again to the here and now builds the mental muscle to exit these loops before they escalate. Like waves arising and subsiding in the ocean, thoughts come and go in the clear, unfettered space of an attentive mind. With less identification with each passing thought, there is greater objectivity and less emotional reactivity. As a result, even challenging emotions like fear, anger, and sadness can move through without causing distress or uncontrolled reactions. A serene mind decreases suffering by allowing you to stay even-keeled amidst life's inevitable ups and downs. With regular practice calming the mind, you develop equanimity, the ability to meet experiences with balance and perspective. You gain emotional and psychological stability. You live more fully in the present, rather than getting tangled in thoughts of the past or future. So by consciously returning your attention again and again to the present, you cultivate the peace and spaciousness that reduces overthinking and brings true tranquility of mind. Number 9. Wise decision-making. With so much mental chatter, stimulation, and distraction, it can be difficult to think straight, see situations accurately, and make choices aligned with your values. But when you purposefully quiet your mind, you create space for inner wisdom to shine through. Decisions made from a reactive, emotionally charged state of mind are often regrettable. However, choices become much wiser when you approach them with full focus and attention rather than when multitasking or overwhelmed. Slowing down to truly consider options without distraction allows your intuitive discernment to surface. A calm presence of mind also enables you to assess situations and people more objectively, without projection or assumption. You see things more clearly when you remove the clutter of preconceived notions and automatic judgments. Pausing before responding to anything allows you to move from reactive habit to thoughtful choice. As you develop the habit of keeping your mind uncluttered, while also frequently returning it to the present moment, your natural discernment strengthens. With improved focus and objectivity, you become able to tune into the quiet inner voice of wisdom that so often gets drowned out by the noisy, untrained mind. Your choices align more fully with your integrity. Rather than acting rashly, you learn to respond thoughtfully. Over time, you build the invaluable skill of mindful decision-making. Number 10. Expanded perspective. With increased mental calm and clarity, your perspective naturally expands to see the bigger picture and larger context. When your mind is noisy, cluttered, and caught up in the small details, you can miss the forest for the trees. But as you learn to quiet your mind through practices like meditation, you increase your ability to zoom out and see things from a broader, more expansive viewpoint. Stepping back from the frenzied mental chatter opens space for greater wisdom. Without so much attachment to your own narrow opinions and conditioned thinking, your fixed perspectives start to dissolve. This allows you to understand other viewpoints and see how everything is interconnected. When not immersed in your own thoughts and emotions, you gain the capacity to look beyond yourself. You become less self-absorbed. Your compassion expands as your sense of separation decreases. With a calm and open mind, you perceive how you fit into the bigger picture. Things feel less urgent or problematic. You take life less personally. There is greater equanimity in the face of challenge and change. By training your mind to stay serenely in the present, you learn to observe situations more objectively. You see how things are evolving, how everything is in flux. Each moment contains all that you need. The crisis of the past often seems less dire from the stillness of the present moment. Even future worries can lose their edges when immersed in the flow of life. With expanded awareness, you tap into deeper wisdom and joy. Number 11. More patience and tolerance. As mental chatter and distraction decrease, patience, empathy, and tolerance naturally increase. A busy, reactive mind contributes greatly to impatience and interpersonal friction. But with a growing ability to find calm presence, your reactivity fades. When you're not immersed in your own hurried thoughts and emotions, it becomes easier to suspend judgment and really listen to others. You become less reactive and more patient. By training your mind to stay rooted in the present moment, you cultivate the space to observe and understand different perspectives. Your empathy expands. Without so much mental commentary and projection, you can truly appreciate where others are coming from. Common ground becomes more apparent than differences. When you're not wrapped up in your own opinions and conditioning, small irritations and disagreements seem less inflammatory. Tolerance comes more easily. Approaching conflict from a state of calm, focused awareness prevents overreaction and encourages compromise. Impulsive emotional outbursts become rare. Even when provoked or challenged, you learn to respond thoughtfully rather than react blindly. Instead of escalating tensions, you help dissolve them. This increased tolerance, empathy, and patience not only improves relationships and communication, it fills your life with more kindness, compassion, and peace, qualities which also reinforce a quieter mind. By training your mind through ongoing meditation and returning your attention again and again to the present moment, you cultivate these positive ripple effects naturally from the inside out. Number 12. Overall happiness and joy. Overall, you simply feel happier, lighter, and more content when your mind is quiet instead of constantly busy with inner chatter, commentary, and ceaseless thinking. Mental clutter breeds discontent. With regular mindfulness training and meditation, you come to realize how much your non-stop mental commentary weighs you down. It's an enormous relief to give your mind a rest from itself. Without so much fixation on past and future worries, you start living more fully in the peace of the present. Your happiness is no longer dependent on external conditions going your way. It emerges naturally from within. When your mind doesn't bombard you with judgments and criticisms all day long, your self-acceptance grows. You have more self-compassion and you become your own best friend. With less mental resistance and friction, you move through life more smoothly and gracefully. Things don't irritate you so easily. You let go of resentment and grudges. By clearing space in your mind, you create room for creativity and inspiration to arise spontaneously. Problem-solving becomes easier. Life feels lighter. The contentment and inner peace that come from a quiet mind are their own rewards. Your daily experience improves dramatically. Serenity replaces stress. Gratitude displaces fear. Presence transcends distraction. So by repeatedly returning your attention to the here and now, you cultivate the clarity, focus, and tranquility of mind that form the foundation of true happiness and well-being. When we quiet our constant mental chatter, we make room for creativity, discernment, and joy to flourish. I hope you found this exploration of the power of a quiet mind enlightening. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom delivered straight to your inbox. Be sure to tap the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Now I encourage you to put these insights into action in your own life. Start small, maybe just 5 or 10 minutes a day of sitting, returning your attention to the present moment whenever it wanders, and watching the clutter of your mind dissolve. Also, please share this video with someone you think would find it useful. We all know people who could benefit from mastering their monkey minds, right? Finally, keep exploring and applying Stoic teachings. This ancient philosophy contains so much relevant wisdom for living a peaceful, purposeful life, even amidst modern chaos. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, may you all find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.